mostly complaining. That's what I do behind the shades that I withdrew. Mostly complaining. It's not my fault, so I just laugh and watch it fall apart.
Hello and welcome to Mostly Complaining, the show where it is mostly complaining. I am Chuck Parker, your host. This is my co-host and producer, Selma Alvarado. We are super tired today.
Yep.
Super tired today. It's been a long week of complaining and, just general drug use. That takes a lot out of you, when you have responsibilities like we do, standards to live up to.
I'm the opposite. I was completely sober. The anxieties of life just wears you down. Just basic stress.
Yep, just in general can wear you down. I mean, it's like you don't need, drugs for that. But I, on the other hand, have...
burned the candle at both ends of the pipe.
Lit the candle at both ends. And that'll bring us to our first... topic of complaint.
Yeah, that was easy.
It leads right into it. We're right into it. So first topic of complaint, item on the docket. People talking to me when I'm on mushrooms. People talking to me when I'm on mushrooms, Sam. Why would you do that? Can't you see that my eyes are dilated and that I have a kind of crazed look on my face and I'm so fucked up that all I can do is wander around whatever social group I am and just, utter, I'm on mushrooms.
I'd hate to be the guy that realizes you're on mushrooms mid-conversation.
It's it's good to announce it to people. It's good to announce it to people so that they know what they're getting into. And if they continue to talk to you after that, maybe don't be so fucking annoying. Maybe don't, try and be cute. Ooh, is this trippy? It's like, no, it's fucking annoying. You're just fucking annoying. I may be on mushrooms, but I can still tell that you're an asshole. So
yeah, I don't have the general decent vibe from people on mushrooms, like hallucinogens generally. Nah, no thanks to people. Like it's a vibe thing. You know how we reference sharks negatively all the time? Like, these are shark-infested waters.
Sharks get a bad rap.
They're shark-infested waters.
Shark-infested.
That's just shark water. That's where they live. That's like people-infested homes.
People-infested homes.
I don't want to do that on mushrooms. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
People give me butterflies on mushrooms, but, when they're caterpillars.
Right.
It's early, and you're like, oh, I don't want to see what this grows into.
Have more fear of sharks when you're on mushrooms?
No, I have more fear of people when I'm on mushrooms.
Right.
I have a relative fear of sharks, as anybody should, But it's just the way we reference shark-infested waters. That's just where they are.
Yeah, well, people just suck in general, but people, it's just the people that are like, ooh, how are you? Or, do you know that everybody can tell? It's like, fuck you. Fuck you and your fucking tourist fucking ass.
What's your first public experience on a hallucinogen?
I went and played laser tag on acid.
How was that?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was all the things that you would expect it to be. Now, I did wind up shooting my own teammates, multiple times.
I don't know how you differentiate. I mean,
there's
sober,
supposed to be colors. There's colors that are supposed to differentiate, but when you're on a head full of acid, it can be a little bit hard to tell who is whom. Yeah. So it's not the most ideal thing.
So you have to go by color of their skin at that point.
Yeah, and then you can't see.
Purple
So can't tell anyway. But what we'll do, people that try and talk to me on mushrooms, if you see me, just assume that I'm on mushrooms. And don't fucking talk to me. And then that'll bring us to the next thing, the next topic. People talking to me in general. Why don't?
When
Why
you're
just?
sober,
Why
too.
just not? You know, isn't it really
anytime,
assault?
yeah.
You know, like when a person that you don't know just walks up, isn't it assault?
Yeah.
If you're just talking to a stranger, like, "Hi, how's it going?" It's like, "Fuck you." Whatever your name is, I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what your
Well,
fucking
there's
problem
never a
is.
good public situation in which like a conversation starting is great. Like maybe if you haven't seen somebody you know in a while, but if it's a stranger and you're in public, and any amount of conversation that comes from any stranger in public, I'm just immediately like checked out. Like I
Well,
don't.
what's happening? What are they gonna do? They're gonna ask to fuck. They're gonna ask for
Really?
money. Yeah, usually.
Doesn't happen to me.
In my experience, no.
Surprise,
Well,
surprise.
well, people, it happens. It happens. If it's a guy, then they might ask to fuck.
You immediately get their opinions, which is the hardest part, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like they're gonna tell you, oh, what do you think of this thing? And what do you think of that thing?
Yeah,
Opinion
like a survey
politics.
question from a rando.
Yeah, like let me get a gauge of who you are, and who I am is not wanting to talk to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
don't-
putting out this hostile vibe, you know.
70% of our viewers right now have had a recent experience in which some fucking stranger, even if it's like they're asking for the change, I might give them change, right? But if they start like, oh, my car broke down and just got out of the hospital, you know, here's my red button. And they over-explain. Once they start talking, you
I
ruined
don't
it.
want to hear your fucking story.
Now you're not getting any.
I don't want to hear your fucking story. I had a guy that would always break down in the same place, the same fucking,
Just like the
you know,
same cross streets.
it's like the same fucking story, and it's like you don't recognize me. That's the thing that it's like at least recognize your mark.
Yeah.
You know, realize that you've asked that person for money
A big
already.
part of us, me maybe, not wanting people to talk to us, is we complain a lot. You know, it's mostly complain. So a lot of people are like, that's negative, and then now you judge me because I'm negative or because you expect complaints out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to talk shit. You know, it's more of a motivating type of thing, like an observation.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's
I
also
don't
that
wanna
when you
bitch
talk to
I
me,
don't want to bitch to a stranger. No,
No,
we're
yeah.
bitching to you, our audience, who
Which-
signed up for this.
yeah,
apparently.
yeah, you
So,
came to us. You don't, you know. The thing is, here we don't have to see you judge us.
No.
You judge us in the comfort of your own home. And
Yeah.
we don't get the repercussions. But sorry, but
So you see that look of
Yeah, yeah.
horror.
yeah,
know,
you're putting that on us every time you come to try to talk to us.
yeah,
'Cause now I have to worry about you judging me for my responses,
yeah.
whilst trying to have said polite, normal conversation. It's the worst.
Honestly,
It's the
the
worst.
only time that it is acceptable to talk to a person that you don't know is if that person is on fire.
Help!
It's just that hey, sir, you're on fire
Yeah,
right now.
people
There are
should-
flames that are coming off of your back. Maybe stop, drop, and roll. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not my business. I don't want to,
Hey, thanks, man. You know, thanks.
yeah,
Okay,
and that's I would accept that. You know, it's like, oh shit.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Thanks for the heads up there. Or just like, hey, buddy.
There's a guy with
So
a knife.
I need to let you know you're not wearing pants right now.
Safety concerns.
You're
mostly.
not wearing
Yeah.
pants right now. So if you could please.
But even then, that's not the best of times. Like, if I'm not
Yeah.
wearing pants and I'm in public, I still don't want you to talk to me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Well,
like probably-
you just like, look, you're not wearing pants. Could you please leave our church?
I don't know if that's like
Could you
a.
please leave our church? We're
church.
trying to have a faith and fellowship.
Don't
potluck,
tell me how to
and your
praise.
dick's hanging out in front of my grandma. So maybe
Grandma loves it. Yeah, no, it's good.
she's seen a jar full of pickles in her day.
I'm sure.
Grandma.
Yeah, you always got to remember that. Grandma's
Yeah.
talking to you when you're on mushrooms is the fucking.
That's
shitty.
the worst.
God
Yeah,
damn.
fucking.
With or
yeah,
without
but-
mushrooms,
Yeah,
actually,
my
I'm
grandma
okay.
talks to me when I'm on mushrooms, and my grandma's dead. So,
That's
that's unfortunate. It's a bunch of Jesus stuff too. So,
Yeah.
both of the grandmas, all my grandparents are dead, which is frankly pretty awesome.
Well, I mean, for them, sure. Once
Yeah.
once you're old enough, let's go.
I mean, there is no guilt for not calling your grandparents when they're
when
all
they're gone,
dead.
yeah, when they're dead.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's fair. That's fair.
yeah,
My There's a story about mushrooms and grandparents. Not my grandparent, but a grandparent. And having realized I was on said mushrooms, they were like, "Let me tell you a good idea," and it was an escape room. Yeah. It's an escape
What
room.
the fuck is
But-
up with escape rooms that we have?
Yeah.
So many
Well,
escape rooms.
No,
like,
hold on. This
Yeah.
escape room starts in a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
You have a nice dinner with somebody.
Yeah.
Then you get married and find out they're really abusive and a danger to you and themselves, and you end up having kids, which is unfortunate. And then after about, once that's all set up, then you gotta escape. And
So it's just marriage.
it was the worst idea for anything
So
I've ever heard.
marriage as an escape room.
Yeah,
It's an
pretty much.
expensive escape
Yeah,
room.
that's what I got out of it. Was if I want to get married, I should just go to an escape room and see how much I enjoy that first, and then if I'm relieved or if I want to be back in the escape room before you're married.
I would award you
See
away
what
from
happens?
both marriage and escape rooms. You could solve the whole problem and save an incredible amount of money on the first date, which is the escape room,
I
and
wonder
then
what's the general completion rate for escape rooms versus the divorce rate. Anywho's, so this is why I don't want you to talk to me when I'm on mushrooms or without, because now I'm going to start thinking about, what are the divorce rates when it comes to escape rooms versus divorces, and that's not something I need to be thinking about. I have shit to do.
It's probably not good.
See what you've
odds.
done to me, but just by having a conversation with me, I didn't want to have.
I'm guessing the
Dare
escape room is probably a little bit better than the divorce rate's got to be higher than the people that escape.
I
don't know.
I don't know. Not fun. But either way, that's a terrible.
Okay,
escape
well
room.
let's. Okay,
Terrible.
so we're going on. We have a little bit of a theme going on here, but next
People
topic
talk to
of
us.
complaint. These motherfuckers. Could I bum a cigarette, guy? Could I bum a cigarette? Hey, I don't know you. Could I bum a cigarette? Could I bum a cigarette? Do I look like I have cigarettes just growing, off of me? Obviously, I do look like I have cigarettes. I look like a person that smokes. I did smoke for a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't smoked in 7 months. I still
That's
want
how much
cigarettes.
he hates the guys that ask.
I still want the cigarettes.
He doesn't
Yeah.
smoke, and he still hates the guys that ask.
Yeah,
That's-
I do. I've always wanted to, if I ever wanted to commit suicide, I'm not saying that I do, but if I ever did, I just think it would be funny if, you're sitting on your porch and one of those guys, and I hate it's the person that's walking past your porch, hey, stranger that's sitting on your porch, can I bum a cigarette? If you just pulled out a gun and shot yourself.
Just at that moment.
At that moment,
Some mundane question. He
it's
thinks,
holy shit!
I'll never bum another cigarette again. That's a tough lesson to teach.
He would probably never bum a cigarette again. The confusion. The only thing is that you wouldn't get to see the look on his face.
Yeah, that's right.
That's probably the only reason why that doesn't work
Well, I
as a
would.
prank. Yeah, it would work so hard as a good prank, but you'd have to
Jesus
kill yourself
Christ.
to do it. But
Yeah, no. Not
commit to the bit, Sam.
fair. Yeah.
Commit to the bit. Yeah,
What's
can I bum
fucking
a cigarette?
suicide?
You know how much cigarettes cost right now? Especially if you want good cigarettes, American Spirits. It's I'm sure it's $50 a
Yeah,
pack.
we complain because we're old.
It's yeah.
And you know why we are complaining now? We were alive when cigarettes were $1.50.
Yeah.
$1.50.
Yeah. Yep. And now it's a ridiculous amount of money. It's
Why is capitalism ruining my slow suicide? That's
the
the
thing,
legal
yeah.
way to do it,
the
right?
passive aggressive suicide,
Yeah.
the slow alcohol and cigarettes route,
Yeah. Old-fashioned.
Let me look through my brochure of cancers that I might entertain, and
Everybody's-
have a slow, sloppy exit.
Everybody wants me to, believe in God until I'm like, well, God would want me to. This is God's way. He would want me to smoke and drink and not go to the hospital ever and never take any medications for anything
Yeah.
and pass away naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
And now they're like,
Natural-
no, that's not what He wants for
Natural
you.
causes, natural causes. The second that get some fatal disease, I'm smoking again.
Oof,
That's
you're taking it
happening.
easy. That's easy.
Yeah.
Sir. If I get a fatal
it'll-
disease,
it's going to be shooting heroin. And
Like,
it's,
you're
all
not
of those
stopping
things.
me.
No, it's
You're
going
not
to be
stopping
all.
me.
It's
Yeah.
going to be all the things.
we'll do it on TV if they'll
Yeah,
let us,
it'll
which
be
they
great.
won't. We'll just do a black bar.
That's pretty much it.
We'll talk to the-
That's all mostly complaining is going to be is just us on heroin.
We have to change the name to Mostly on Heroin.
Mostly on heroin.
No, we're not
mostly
gonna-
on heroin.
we have goals.
What do we have to complain about?
Yeah.
We're fucking
Now that-
nodding out.
Now that I'm not dying, though.
Well,
of
yeah, I
a
guess you have
fatal
to complain
terminal
about that we're dying.
disease. Yeah.
Well, let's do this. So
bump
we got
cigarettes.
one last complaint for today. So, cars. Not the movie, but cars. Actual moving
I was gonna
vehicles.
say 1, 2, or 3.
Vehicles. Why do we have to have them?
Private transportation.
Private transportation. We bitched about public transportation,
Oh,
but what
man.
about private transportation? Who are they letting fucking drive these days? It seems like everybody and anybody.
I can easily
the bar
chuck it
is
up
so
on this
fucking
one.
low.
Cars are fucking shitty. Cars. Are you fucking kidding me with cars? They lose money as soon as they leave the fucking lot. You have to fix them and repair them constantly, literally all the time. They take gas. That costs more money. It's a poor investment. If there was good and bad investment lists and there was like a good investment, GameStop back in the day, and fucking cars would be down at the bottom. You know what else is fucking wrong with cars? The goddamn slot in the middle or on the side that fits your goddamn phone, but not your fucking hand for some stupid fucking reason.
Yeah.
The amount of cleaning that needs to be done
Yeah.
on the inside and the outside, considering how dirty I am, you can see me. Look at how it goes. You think a car's any better? Now I don't want to litter. Because I love the fucking earth, right?
Yeah.
So what is my car full of? Water bottles and fucking trash
Yep.
and cigarette packs because I'm not trying to throw it out the car. And am I lazy? Don't get me started. I'm lazy. Now, I have to clean out my fucking car. Then when you do clean the goddamn outside, it fucking rains the next day. Or in Albuquerque, of course, when you clean the fucking outside of your car, you get your car stolen. Insurance, that's a fucking scam. Fucking registration, fuck you. You know, we're not even mostly required to register our guns that can kill people. Yet if I accidentally fall asleep and kill a family, I can go to jail. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Plus,
Just
your
saying.
drugs can fall into that little thing where you can't fit your hand too, and that's usually exactly where they fall. And French fries.
Yeah,
French fries.
You have a cup holder, but no French fry holder?
I don't even know who's designing these things these days. All I know is that it's very upsetting.
Yeah. Twas my turn to check it up on that one. I hate cars. I hate them.
Yeah, I don't want them. I wish
Hate
that
'em.
I didn't have to have one. I really, I don't know. What is a car good for? But like holding hands and driving off of a cliff with your best friend, you know.
You don't have to hold hands, but all right.
Yeah.
I'm just
If you
saying.
want to do what Thelma and Louise, you do.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
all right.
Thelma and Steve. No, cars. Yeah, generally cars. Flat tires suck all day. And I know there's like we have our good friend Cardomad. He photographs high-end, really nice lowriders.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I don't appreciate the work and effort that goes into wasting all that money to put into a vehicle you can't go over speed bumps with. I'm just saying I don't think they're that cool. You can go fast, but it's not speed that's, what kills you. It's stopping really fast that kills you.
Yeah,
And-
well, and it's very impractical to live in, and that's what we're looking at. I think is,
The near future.
I mean, like just with the business that we're in, when you're looking at a vehicle, it's like, can this be my home? Can I set up a hot plate in the back seat and just generally hobo around? In this car. I think the car that I have right now is set up for that.
Same.
And it's like I can live
Not
out of this
surprised,
car.
are you guys? Are you surprised that we can live in our cars? For
We
sure.
can live in
They
our
knew
cars.
that.
They probably assume that we do live in our cars. And you wouldn't be wrong.
Why do you think we're here complaining?
But yeah,
No, cars. Do you know if you make it to the airport, you're going to go on a plane flight? If you make it to the airport, statistically, you've fucking successfully made it past the most dangerous part of that trip.
that is the most dangerous part is the drive there.
drive
Yeah,
there.
because like chances are we're all going to get run over by an 18-wheeler at some point.
You know what else sucks about cars?
What?
Fucking other people in them.
Just the general people, yeah. These
Other
are the
people in
same
it.
people that will be talking to you when you're on mushrooms or bumming cigarettes.
Or while
but
they're
when you're in the
driving.
car, I even hate them more. Do you notice this? It's like when you get in the car, I instantly am dehumanizing everybody.
As
so they
anybody that's
become like
outside.
whatever, like the worst thing that I
Yeah.
can say about them is like,
from a vehicle.
it is not great. It's like, and I hate the person I become when I drive. I'm a sociopath, just like I like just malevolence and misanthropy,
Just pure rage.
just rage, white hot, just impotent rage.
Yeah.
Just fucking shooting from my every pore, and it's not healthy.
No, I do the same. I do the same. I am fairly mellow. I try to stay generally quiet, but I will say the worst things I can to an old lady that's driving, and I don't know if she's an old lady.
And
until
especially to an old lady, because
pass her.
those are the ones that shouldn't be driving in the first place. They're causing the problem.
I want you all to know, I don't know it's an old lady when I start screaming and cursing at her, but I also pass her, find out it's an old lady, and I don't regret it.
suspect.
I don't
I
regret it.
suspect that it's an old lady, and so
I don't regret it.
Yeah.
Not one bit.
No.
Not that I, whatever. There's too many of us, Stupid.
there's too many old ladies.
Stupid.
There's definitely we have a glut of old ladies.
Don't talk to me while I'm driving on mushrooms.
Don't talk to me while I'm driving on mushrooms.
Smoking
And
a
that's
cigarette.
the thing. I don't know about you, Sam, but I'm really proficient at driving on mushrooms.
Really?
Like I think that, I think that I know that
Who
I should drive. I
knows?
know that I don't think that you should drive on. Now, people at home, don't drive on mushrooms.
Don't do any
Don't
drugs.
drive on mushrooms. I myself, though, great, excellent driver on mushrooms. And
It's very similar to I can drive really well drunk. Like I used to say.
I
that,
can do that too.
If there was an Olympic gold medal for drinking and driving, I would have crashed into it. It's just some of that nature, mushrooms.
I think that we should just let people drive. Because aren't we just like focusing on the wrong thing? And if people are driving on mushrooms, you don't want to freak them out.
Yeah,
Just let them kind of like
Mellowly get
vibrate
there.
into like this single enlightened lane of traffic. Maybe they don't get
That's the problem
where
is
they're going
mushroom
that quickly,
you
but
runs into sober you, driving mellowly and slowly, and sober you starts losing it on mushroom, dude. That might freak him out.
yeah, you gotta watch out. You don't want to disturb the people behind a weapon of mass destruction
Don't buy
while they're
cars.
on hallucinogenic
Don't buy cars.
fungi.
Get a bicycle.
Get a
Even though we
bicycle.
hate you and having a bicycle. If everybody had a bicycle, I'd still hate people on bicycles.
Yeah,
But still better than a car.
still better than a car.
Cars suck.
Yeah,
And no, your car's not cool. We don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. I don't care how fast it goes. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care if it drives itself, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Still don't like cars.
Yeah, fuck cars and fuck the movie Cars. Fuck the movie Cars.
Yeah.
It's a stupid fucking movie. Larry the Cable Guy sucks.
Toe Raider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So fuck that movie
I mean,
and Cars,
Who
and
gives
also regular cars.
yeah. Who gives cars sentience? How dare they?
Yeah,
They're running
that's
out
the
of things to
dumbest-
give
that's the
sentience.
dumbest fucking thing ever.
I wonder what reference to Kafka that would be, because Kafka gave sentience to animals, Beauty and the Beast, stuff like that, Aesop's Fables. Is there a term for? I don't know. Tell us in the comments if you guys know. I'll watch the show
Kafka
later.
did a metamorphosis.
Yeah, well, no, Kafka did a lot Kafka-esque references,
Yeah.
like animals with human, traits, speaking,
Or just sort of
talking.
like hopeless bureaucracy.
This is not complaining.
Okay,
We
we're not
need to
complaining. You
back
know
to-
what? We're just getting into the fucking weeds here. We're going into like this. Definitely,
We just
our
said.
audience, I guarantee you, does not know who fucking Kafka is.
No, that's not true.
Some of you do. Some of you do, and you're special. You are very smart.
We love the ones that do.
Yeah, but
if you
we
don't
love you.
learn, and then we'll love you.
Yeah. So look it up, whatever. So anyway, we're this is mostly complaining. Like and subscribe the thing. We've got things where you can send us money.
YouTube,
and
Instagram,
you can buy
Venmo, yeah.
mushrooms. We were on all the social medias.
All the fun.
So
All the fun.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do 20 episodes.
Season one?
Was season one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we decided we
Almost
need
there.
like time to regroup because we're totally, what with just being
Busy?
busy and on mushrooms all
Comedy
the time.
festivals
With comedy
coming up.
festivals and busy stuff. We're gonna take a little bit of time off, but. We're going to work our way up to episode 20. But it doesn't matter. We'll see you next week. This has been Mostly Complaining. We're out.
This apartment is a coffin, and I'm comforted to death. And the howling from my brainstem plants the fear in every breath. Well, they say that suffocation is a lousy way to die. Slowly choking on a memory, then pretending to know why. Mostly complaining, and not much else. I pace a line and mutter to myself.